between his two major schools is a storied one, no matter how the season has gone. Everything is on the line when they clash for the Commonwealth Cup. And the Cavaliers will kick it away to start. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. So the Virginia Tech Hokies offense will have the first possession of the game. Virginia Tech opened up a can the last time they saw the Hoops.
Yeah, they took care of business, and they've dominated this rivalry, and Virginia knows that, and it's in their head. They're going to have to do something early in this football game to really turn that tide.
You got to answer the bell.
Turning it on! Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They got it out to the 41 with a first down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks, I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle, nice blocking. How about the running back? You can tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. After run, now throw. Touchdown, Hokies! They took a shot to the end zone and found 6 points waiting on them.
Every time we speak to defenses before they play this guy, they all know he's going to get the ball thrown his way. They always come up with creative and exotic ways to try to cover him in the back end, but they're never able to get it done. This guy just beats coverage time and time again, and with that last catch, that's now his 15th receiving score of the season.
Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Cavaliers offense will try to get something started with their first possession. Guys, if you listen closely, I think you can hear the jawing going already between this quarterback and wide receiver. What a matchup, Jesse, it's going to be between those two.
You know, so many people have already been talking about this individual one-on-one matchup, David, and it's going to be happening out on an island all game long. The receiver's got speed. He's got game-breaking ability, catching the football from climbing the ladder. He's going up against one of the best shutdown corners in the game. I cannot wait to watch this.
Yeah, and he's got the speed to stay with him and the instincts, and he's been so great out wide in every game. This is a huge test. This is a Sunday test. 2 NFL guys going at it to see who's going to take home the prize.
Throws to the wideout. A strike downfield. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down. They'll try to drive ahead on 3rd and short. And I don't think he got there. No, they stopped him short. He does not pick up the first down. The Cavaliers will punt it away on 4th down. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening, run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw the experience in this offense that last drive, too, on that touchdown. Everybody on the same page. These guys have repped these plays over and over in practice and in games, and it's working, Dave.
Yeah, so I got to find a way to disrupt it. I got to find a way to maybe be more aggressive, maybe blitz, mess up this rhythm they got going.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. They've got some work to do on this 3rd and long from the 40. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
Timeout, Virginia Tech.
Here they come, facing 3rd and long from the 40. Jackson will throw. Has to let this one go off his back foot. Working that wide receiver screen. Oh, what a big play for this offense as they get it to the 33-yard line. And the Hokies have it with a 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. Got it behind the line. It's hooked. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning.
You know, that's one as a quarterback. When you see all those defenders around your intended target like that, just throw it in the ground or throw it away. I mean, that's a completion that loses yards. You're just hurting your offense there.
They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
It'll be 3rd and long. They'll send the back in motion. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And that one's incomplete.
I'll tell you what, I don't know if the offense was expecting man coverage that time. 3rd and long in field goal range, you're expecting it to be zone. Instead, they lock them up man-to-man, everybody on an island, everybody won. They get the incompletion, now setting up 4th.
Quarterback making checks. Wide receiver comes in motion. On 4th down, they'll pass for it. Converts on 4th down, and he's still going. They bring him down, but he's got a 1st and goal from the 10.
Well, it's a heck with being conservative, right? I mean, that essentially would have just been a chip-shot field goal with where they were on that 4th down, but they decide to go for it, throw it. They're looking for 6. They're going for a touchdown. They are being aggressive.
A little release to the back. Breaks the tackle. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over it. The Hokies come to the line in the hurry-up. Running back looking for the end zone to the left. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on 3rd down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on 3rd down.
And they make the stop, and this offense has it inside the 5, and they are threatening. Just drives it between the uprights. And now the lead is extended a little further.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Wants to throw on 1st down. Firing to the right, complete. And they pick up the 1st down in what might be the last play here in the 1st quarter. That's it for this period, and it's Virginia Tech on top. Man, that was an impressive and dominant 1st quarter. Let's take a look at the stats before we move on. First play of the period, 1st down here. Off play action on 1st down. Quickly out to the tight end. He was running through tackles and picked up the 1st down and finally got knocked down. The offense getting set for a 1st down from the 45. Looking to throw on 1st down. Got it in the middle, it's Lewis. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a 1st down at the 31.
And after that long completion for the 1st down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
Let's take a minute here and think about Virginia. Good pickup on the recruiting trail just last week. 3-star defensive back. A guy that could be a bit of a diamond in the rough, but that type of talent is what they need to build that secondary.
Man, yeah, and this is a program they're trying to build something. They're trying to climb to that next level, and this is how you do it. You get players that your school can go out and get, and now you let them play, start to develop, and turn into something great.
Fires to the wideout. Got him downfield. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6. They'll try to get it in with the run. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Running play to the left here, looking for the end zone. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Now 3rd and goal, and tough yardage to cover here. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking for the score. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6. They'll try to cap off this drive with a field goal from the left hash, and this distance ought to make that angle pretty easy to handle. No good. Guys, that field goal could loom large. Missing an opportunity to get within a touchdown. We're still sitting on a 10-point game. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. Jackson gonna throw it. Swings it out to the flat. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. And the Hokies with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Hand off from the shotgun. Defense fills those gaps. He's got 1 to the 28. Looking for that 1st down on 3rd and short from the 28. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Quarterback on the keeper. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the 1st down, and he slides in safely. The Hokies headed quickly to the line.
Well, the defense did a pretty good job that time on the option play of having someone dedicating themselves to the quarterback to get him down. Not enough to stop the offense from picking up the 1st down, though. The defense really needs to be keyed in on this because they're going to see this option play more.
There he goes. He flips his field in an instant, and he's got him set up at the 20. And the Hokies are flying down the field. They go to the ground. Noses his way forward, maybe gets 1. They'll mark it at the 18. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Right back to the well. Brought down after keeping those powerful legs moving, getting all he could. He'll be a few inches short. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. Leaves it with the back. He gets it all the way down inside the 10. It'll be 1st and goal from the 8. The Hokies started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. Jackson will throw. Looking to the end zone. Touchdown, Virginia Tech. Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board. You know, quarterbacks and receivers, they develop confidence and chemistry as the game goes on. These two right now are definitely on the same page. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Virginia has it back. The Cavalier offense headed to the field. They've got nothing done so far, and they already find themselves in a 3-possession hole, Jesse.
Yeah, and as a head coach, you're wondering what didn't...
And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose.
Man, and this is why you practice 5 points of pressure with the football. You cannot put the ball on the ground. Doesn't matter how many defenders are around you or how hard you get hit. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win games.
To the air on second down. Safe completion on the screen. Couple of guys there to get him on the ground.
Love the execution there on the screen. The running back shows pass protect, pass protect. Last second turns around, so he's able to get the ball. The D linemen have already run past him. Now he can turn upfield for a big gainer.
We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Here's a heat. Finds his big tight end. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37. And the Cavaliers moving quickly to the line. To the air on first down. Got his man. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. They have been stagnant on offense, but finally a little forward movement as they've got a 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Makes the grab. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2. The Cavaliers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Wants to fire on second down. Wide open downfield. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Cavaliers.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
A bit of an under-the-radar game this week, guys, but take a look at this. Louisville is getting taken to the cleaners today. We're talking heavy starch on a hanger, and don't let the door hit you on the way out. They're trailing by 14 to Kentucky. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes, you'll see it right here.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Just searching and working for the running room as he gets it out to the 26. And the Hokies can really attack on this 2nd and short. Keep it on the ground. Crosses the 40. At the 45 on his way. He's loose down the left side. Touchdown, Hokies. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
And man, the defense really needed to stop there. They needed to create some momentum, get the ball back to the offense before the half. But the offense does their job, and they continue to pile on, continue to create momentum. There's going to have to be some questions answered at half with this squad because it's been a struggle in the first half.
Virginia sending its offense back onto the field. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Paul. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
Finds the tight end. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. And the Cavaliers will punt this one away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Wants to return it. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Jackson gonna throw it. Looking to the big tight end. Finds space on the right. And this defense was flailing as he weaved his way and got down to the 26. The Hokies in the hurry-up.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
Throws to the tight end. He's got an open man. Huge game before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
And this has got to be so demoralizing for this defense right now, having given up multiple first downs on this drive. Somebody on defense has to step up, make a play, and stop the bleeding.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Sends it back in motion. They'll go to the air. Under fire. And he is sacked as the defense adds a little emphasis to wrap up this first half. Everybody lined up, quickly snapped and spiked to stop the clock. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, some real thrilling performances, and there's still 2 quarters to go here between the Cavs and Hokies.
And the Hokies will kick it off to start the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Virginia has it back. The Cavalier offense headed to the field. When you're facing a deficit like this one to start the second half, you really can't afford to waste a single possession.
Fresh start here in the second.
Breaks into the open. He breaks a tackle. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there. The Cavaliers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything. Get the...
Off and running! The 20. He's at the touchdown, Virginia! And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching it. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. Their lead is down to 10. It's moments like this you start to feel a little bit of heat to put points on the board.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
They'll keep it on the ground. He's all the way across the 40. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 41 in the running game, getting it done. They'll put it in play from the 41 on 1st down. They'll try the run. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7. Tried to pound it on 1st down, now back to the line. They'll run it from the gun. They make the stop at the 41, but it's a 15-yard pickup, and they're rolling with a 1st down. The Hokies are rolling down the field. From the gun, they'll try the middle. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Send the tight end in motion. The give to the back. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
And this D needs more of that, man. Right, this is a really close football game, and you got to get these stops down the stretch and meet the physical challenge of this offense, and they do right there, man. And that's one step closer to getting this football back and maybe making this thing a football game.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win 1st and 2nd down. You set up 3rd and longs like that. You can show your exotic looks. You can get the pass rush going. Everybody on the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force 4th down.
Tried to give it enough body English, but he missed it. Guys, a double-digit lead is good, but more would have been better. Virginia sending its offense back onto the field. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they back it up here?
Well, and it's amazing in a football game how sometimes they'll surprise you with what you do. Once you get settled and you realize what's going on, now I'm comfortable with it. Jesse, this offense looked comfortable on its last drive.
They sure did. It looked like they started to find some momentum. So now it's on this defense to stop that, all right? You're a little bit upset based on what just happened the previous drive. You've got to bow up again and go back to what was working earlier in this game.
Grab behind the line. It's Lewis. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Nice job, defense. You always hear people talk about tackling the catch. You saw it right there. There was nowhere for that receiver to go once he had possession. As a result, no gain.
Unloads to the wideout. On target over the middle. They'll move the chains. Good execution on third down. They've got it at the 41.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially...
Oh, he's got some space.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wondered maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
Really nice run there, picking up the first down. Now they're right back up to the line of scrimmage, ready to go again.
Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. They're working that left side. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup. And the Cavaliers want to move quickly. They run the reverse.
And you got to love this if you're the defensive coordinator because your defense stayed disciplined. They didn't over-pursue to the running back. They stayed home, played great with their eyes, and they were able to make the tackle.
He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
And this safety is a ball hawk. He's a playmaker. Not only have we seen him get involved in the running game and make tackles playing downfield, but he plays the center field position as well as anybody in college football, and you saw it right there.
Jackson will throw. And the pass is incomplete, but it might not matter. Flag is down, and it looked as if the defense was roughing up that receiver. This offense needs all the help they can get today, and that pass interference penalty is a much-appreciated lifeline. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. The inside handoff. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
This defense obviously knows they've got to be able to stop the run if they're going to win this football game. And you wonder if they've been able to make some tweaks and adjustments to try and take this running back away.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Caught over the middle. It's Cook. Knocked down at the 26 after ripping off 10 there. They'll snap it from the 26 on first down. The give on the option. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll go right back to it. So runs like that can really help your field position as they're up at the 35. We've reached the end of the quarter, and Virginia Tech is on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the fourth quarter. At the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this third down play. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40. And the Hokies have their offense in high gear. Might as well give it to him again. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances. And that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock, and they guess right, and they make a big play for this defense.
Turns it on in midfield. Good pickup there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. This is the kind of performance, guys, that sort of etches your name in the roar of a rivalry.
And playing big in this big moment, on this big stage, it is so nice to have a playmaker like that you can highlight, that you can focus on, that you can trust in.
He was so excited coming into this game, too, because he knows.
Turning it on! They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. The Hokies want to pick up the tempo.
Well, this guy hasn't quite put up Heisman numbers in this game, but in a moment where they need him the most, in the fourth quarter, look how strong he is running. Breaking tackles, he's been smart, he still has the ability to cut. He looks like he could play another 4 quarters.
They've already peeled more than 3 minutes off the clock on this drive as they stand over the ball on second down. To the ground with the back. They could have used a little bit more there. Pick up of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Fires to the middle. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal. And the Hokies, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. Barges ahead. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Virginia Tech. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
And a lot of times late in football games, you'll see offenses get really, really conservative with the lead. I like how this offense didn't go against the clock. They stayed within themselves. They stayed true to who they were. And now, big-time advantage, big-time lead, up by 17 in the fourth quarter.
Virginia has it back. The Cavalier offense headed to the field. And boy, they missed an opportunity last time throwing that pick in the red zone, David.
And you got to put that frustration behind you. You can't turn it over. That's a cardinal sin. You know better than that, Jesse. You can't take points off the board.
He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the fourth quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion.
And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
And the defense there goes zone coverage, maybe confused the quarterback a little bit, forced him to hold on to the football, and that allowed the pass rush to get home.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Quick spin on the run. He gets it out to the 28-yard line. Not enough to pick up the first down.
A nice job of awareness on defense there on that 3rd down. You know, you're expecting the offense to throw the football, but it's not just going to be receivers or tight ends you got to worry about. You got to keep your eye on where that running back is. They knew exactly where he would be, and they were able to make the tackle, set him up for it.
And it's batted away, and the 4th down play doesn't convert. They'll give up the football. He'll pull it on the read. There he goes. What powerful running, just driving the pile forward for everything he could get. He'll be just a few inches short. The Hokies come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. The handoff, keep working on that clock. Tough, determined run, gets it down to the 12.
Yeah, they've had a day, and it's the complete and total offense. They got the ground going, and obviously this is why you see him. You're going to feature him because he can churn those legs, get those extra yards, but they've had balance, throwing for touchdowns. Like, this offense has been very complete today, and that's why they're winning so big.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and the clock is definitely on their side. They'll just try to run it out here. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Off the play fake. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. Touchdown, Hokies! And the punishment has been extended. They stretched this lead here in the fourth, and now they're closing in on their 9th win of the season. Hokie, 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 I, Tech, Tech, VPI builds a big lead on the Hoos.
You got to love the way the Hokies have come out in this game, and they've just taken it. They're playing with more energy, and they're flying around.
They're flying around, playing great, playing with an edge. You can tell this game really, really mattered. That's why rivalries are so much fun.
Starts a drive, trying to go up top. Fires to the tight end. Man, he is hard to wrap up as he gets it to the 32-yard line. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. They'll go to work in the air on second down. He wants a big play here late. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down. The Cavaliers come to the line on third and short, looking to keep this drive moving. He'll throw on third down. Fires to the right. Complete downfield. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense. And the Cavaliers come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to go up top on first down. Fakes to grab. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33.
And with that pass right there, over 300 yards. That's a good day at the office. Being able to execute, doing a good job seeing what's coming, anticipating, taking some shots today, but has held really strong, put up some good numbers.
From the 22 on 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Wants to go up top. Complete. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down. The Cavaliers had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Touchdown, Cavaliers! The offense cashing it in on that drive.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays. And I think a lot of people are going to go, why do you run the route short? You know, like, you got to run that route into the end zone so when he catches it, he gets credit for the two-point play. But they're stopped short, no points.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. It was the Hokies gobbling up the Cavaliers in this win, and they will claim the Commonwealth Cup. Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack,